Hello everyone, Linda Israel here, and I've got I'm going to call this a flowish Halloween junk journal that I'm working on. And the idea is that I have made some kits of Halloween items, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the others like this or if I'm just going to keep them in a Ziploc bag like this. But I thought I'd just kind of give you an idea of what it looks like, and then I'm going to make this into a journal. So right on the front cover, I've got a few things added. So let me pull this up and show you. On the front of this paper bag album, there are 4 12 by 6 paper bags, and then I've got throughout this whole journal all kinds of Calico collage images, stamped images, handmade items that I have made, and then a few store-bought things. So this is a Calico collage image, and then this is some tulle that I may or may not use on the journal, but I'm going to include it for whoever gets the journal. This is an altered paper clip. I've got some little tags. Inside the bag, I've even put in, so like there's a calendar that you can write on. Here is a journal card, a big one. And then we've got pieces that can become a pocket, more journaling cards. Altered paper clips, that this one just has ribbon on it. We've got sheets that I have painted with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist and with acrylic paint. So this one was done with a stencil that I made. Lots of little journaling cards. More journaling cards. Little folders that you can glue down to make pockets. Some more papers. There's lots of papers in these. Some more journaling cards. Altered paper clip. More journaling cards. More pieces of painted papers. This is an altered envelope. There's some blank tags to decorate, another pocket. These are some pages from Calico Collage in here. Some more painted papers. Little pocket with things, and there's another pocket to put on. Here's a napkin that can be added, another journaling card, another altered paper, or other, what is this, altered envelope? I was like, I couldn't remember what it's called. Some more painted paper, some little notepads, and a little tag from Calico Collage, just a little bitty tag, just a scrap of lace. I was trying to grab things that I thought would go really well, and I even had a few scrapbook papers that I cut to 6 inches that could be used as pages or pockets or whatever. Another journaling card. I think I'm getting it all out. Oh, there's more in this one. And then this one is a trick-or-treat bag, and inside it has this little box that has stickers inside of it. And here is a 3-dimensional sticker. Put this back in here for now. And then I have made these little altered domino shapes. Is what there are, is from a domino images from Calico Collage, and I've made them into embellishments that you can put on your junk journal wherever you so fit to put them. So lots of little goodies in there. We've got another little bitty tag that I made. And then this is a whole bunch of little die cut printed pieces. This has a few elements from, I believe, Calico Collage. Yes. Okay, so this has got some die cut images and some Calico Collage images in it. So these are some Calico Collage words that I've printed on copy paper, and then I've backed them with some book pages, and then there's some die cut shapes here. Here is a whole set of Halloween words. I have these for sale in my shop, and each journal kit is going to get one of those. There's a little bitty junk journal ready to go, and then of course, like I said, the 4 bags. And there's even some of this really cool trim. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a mixed media journal. So let me clear off my table and we'll get started. Okay, so I have some paper bags here, and what I'm going to do is collage on them using some of these papers here. I may even use some of the scrapbook paper. I haven't decided yet. And these are all mixed media pieces that I've made. So what I'm going to start doing is basically just ripping a few of these pieces up. And then I've got my glue pot here I've got a tutorial on that, and I've got a paintbrush. And basically, I'm going to start with one at a time. I'm going to just attach some of this paper on here a little at a time until I have some decorated pieces that I like on here. So this is the same technique that I used when I was making the mixed media journal on the live YouTube feed just a few weeks ago. And so I thought I would come back and give everyone an opportunity to see what it looks like and not have all the chatter that went with it. Okay, so now I'm just adding layers of paper. My glue's really wet, so I'm going to set this side to dry, and then I'm going to do the same thing on all the other bags, and then I'll flip them over and do them on the other side as well. Okay, so I've collaged a few pieces of the pages that I have painted onto the bags. And my next step is to add some paint. And we're going to do this mixed media style. I'm also going to add some, I may add some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist here and there as well. So I've got a whole slew of colors here. Let me grab a few. I think I don't have very much purple in here. We need a yellow, and I think we need an orange. Yeah, let's start with these. So I've got my little paint palette and an old gift card here. So I'll have that over to the side. And basically I'm going to make, as far apart as possible so I don't blend them together, different piles of paint. Alright, so I'm just going to grab my little card here. I think I have a second one. I do. That I may use as well. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this paint on the card. And I'm going to smear it on to the bag in a couple of places. Okay? And I'm going to keep doing that with each color, getting a layered look here. So I'm going to let this dry for a moment so that they don't get muddy. I'm going to do some more yellow. By using the gift card or an old credit card, I'm getting a very thin amount of paint. Especially if I go back over it and kind of scrape it a little bit. I'm going to flip it over and put yellow on the other side as well. Alright, so I've got the yellow down. Now I'm just going to go back through all the other colors and do the same thing. Just going to grab a little bit of the orange and add it. And I'll pick up another card and let's add a little bit of purple. All right, I'm going to add some green, and then I think I'll be done with the paint portion, and I'll add some tattered angels. All right, so I've got a couple of stencils here and some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. So I'm going to lay my stencils out. This one's a spider web that I created. And I've got some Tattered Angels in Boardwalk. It's kind of a pewter, almost black color. I don't want a lot, but I just want a little bit. So I'm just going to add a little bit here and there and mop up the excess. So the diamonds didn't work out, but the spider web you can kind of see on top of there. So I'm going to do more of just the spider web here and there. Just kind of adding a little bit of texture. You can kind of see it in there. I just add a little bit of texture to that. I don't think I'm going to do it on all the pages or all the bags. I'm just going to do it on 2 of them. And then let the others be a little bit brighter. I've cleaned up my work desk a little bit, and I've got out some rubber stamps. In my live video, after I did the paper and the paint, we did some stamping, so I'm going to do that here as well. The only difference is some of my stamps are directional. So I want to make sure that when I stamp, they're going in the right way. And I know that I want to have the bags alternated where there's an opening on, like this would be the front cover. There's an opening here for this bag. There's the next folded bag or bottom, the inside center, and then it just kind of repeats itself. So I'm going to try to stamp on this in directional ways. I've got some archival Pigment Ink Brilliance Graphite Black. I did look online, and I know I can get this on Amazon. It's from Toscanito. I don't think I ever say that right, but that's who it's from. And I'm just using that because it's a pigment ink, it's thicker, it's darker, it's black, and I think it's going to work really well for what I want to do. So basically, I'm looking at this, and this is the inside. Possibly. It may change as we go. So I'm just going to grab a few stamps and kind of randomly stamp here and there like that. And so I'll just keep doing that through all these pages, and it may be covered up. We may not see it after we put the embellishments on top. But if I put it there, at least I know that if something is seen, it'll have a neat texture to it. I think I'm liking the way that looks, so I'm just going to flip it over and do the other side and do that to all the pages. Alright, so I've gone through and I have stamped on the pages, painted on the pages, collaged some papers. So now what I'm going to start doing is using all the things that I showed you at the beginning. We're going to decorate. So I've got this Calico collage image. I'm going to get some glue here. I'm using the No Clog writing cap from Scrap Perfect with the best glue ever. And I think what I want to do is I want to put this on the front and make it into a pocket. So I'm just going to put glue on 3 sides. And I'm going to position this somewhat over to the left-hand side. Press that into place. And I have the word "something wicked this way comes," and I've used some Distress ink on the edges, and I think I want to place that on top of this image. So we'll kind of add it where it's hanging off a little bit. I have this sticker that's kind of a 3-dimensional. I think it would work best if it was on the cover, so we're just going to put him right here. Just something interesting. And this will be a journal card that will go inside here. Kind of sticks out and says notes, but I don't want to put it in just yet because I don't want it to stick. So we're going to go ahead and flip it over, and I think I'm going to make this kind of a pocket over here. So I'm going to glue here and here. I've got this little journal card that I stamped, and I think that would look good right there. So I'm going to I'm going to attach it with some washi tape. So I've got this kind of a crazy striped look, and I'm going to do it from the back side. So I'm just going to put a little strip of this tape on the back side of this card, and I'll cut it even with the card. And then what I'm going to do is position this at the top of this page and press it into place. And now we have a little journal card that we can write on here and flip it up and write on the back, and then maybe even put like a photo behind there. Got a couple little journal cards that I think would be cute to kind of stick in there. And I'm going to go through this whole thing, and I may go back and forth, but this is where I'm going to start. This is a pocket that I made, and I think that would look really good over here. So I'm just going to add glue on 3 sides again to make it a pocket. I've got a Calico collage image here, and I'm thinking if I attach it with washi tape, then I should be able to make this to where it flips out. I'm trying to look at it. I'm trying to decide if I just want to trim it. I'm going to cut this in half. I'm just using washi tape again to attach it to the page. So now that can be flipped up and used. And I may go ahead. I'm going to attach this on the other side, and then this will flip that way. I've got these little squares that I made, and I think what I want to do is put one in the corner, and then it can become a tuck spot for a journal card. So I'm going to put glue on 2 sides of this. I'll let that dry before I put a journal card in it. Make this into another pocket. I'm going to put this altered paper clip at the top here, and then it can also hold a journal card. So let's find one that... I have this little calendar page that I made, and I think what I want to do is washi tape this to the page so that it can be written on here, and then if wanted you can flip it up and maybe mount a photo underneath. So I've got this little box that's got stickers in it, and I thought it might be cute to make this a tuck spot. So I'm going to take the stickers out, open the box, and I'm going to cut it apart. So I'm going to cut the top and the bottom and the sides off. I'm just applying some Distress ink direct to the piece. It's black soot. I'm going to do that to both of them so it's done. Let's just put this down here in the corner. So I'm going to make it a little tuck spot by putting glue on 2 sides. This is a little pocket that I made. This portion is an envelope that I took apart or cut apart. So I'm going to put glue on 3 sides to make this an additional pocket. And I'll place that over here. This is one of those file folder pieces from Calico Collage. I used 2 different kits here. I used All Hallows Eve, and I used Hallowed Gothic journal kits, and then I used some of the Domino images and square images as well, and those will be listed below in the description box. I'm still trying to decide what I want to put where, so I'm going to go to the next page set, and I think I want to put this pocket over here. And this is just a notepad that I ripped out of one of those Dollar Tree pads, and I think I want to put it over here, and I'm just going to put it down with some washi tape again so it could be lifted and things could be put underneath it. I want there to be lots of room to journal and add photos, because someone may want to use this to document their Halloween, all of their adventures. I'm just folding this paper so I can tuck it into the journal, and it'll be another thing to write upon. I'm going to make a pocket for the back, so I'm taking one of these mixed media pages that I didn't use on the foundation, and I'm going to tear it. I'm going to fold over this top edge just so that it has a nice clean edge on it. Put some glue on the back side. Add some distressed ink. Let's adhere this over here. So on 3 sides, I'm going to put glue and adhere it down. Then I'm going to use one of these Calico collage images and adhere this on 3 sides because it can be a little pocket. I'm going to take one of these Calico collage journal pages and fold it. The other side of them I have sprayed with Tattered Angels through stencils, so I've got different designs. I think that'll look good right there. I think I'm going to add one of these Calico collage images. Yeah, we'll just kind of glue it down this side, and that way when it's flipped up. But we'll pick a different one since this one has the, let's do one with the bats. Here we go. So put some glue right here and adhere it on the side. Take another one of these Calico collage images, and it's going to go in the pocket here. I'm going to use one of these words. It says, I put a spell on you. I've got this trim that I've included, and I think what I want to do is adhere it every once in a while on the edge as a little tab. So I'm going to take some of the glue and put a bead and then go down the middle and a bead on the other side. And I'll put this right over the edge here, and then on the halfway point I'll fold it over. And then I'll hold this in place for just a moment. You can use hot glue too. That would help adhere it quickly. Sometimes I'll put things on top of it that weighs something that's heavy to hold it in place. But it should stick really easily. Lilac has a different look to it, so I'm going to do that to a couple of these pieces. Well, I finished decorating. My camera stopped recording, so it didn't get all of it, but I think you'll get the gist of it when I give you the flip through. But the next thing I need to do is to bind the journal together. So what I want to make sure to do is go to the center and make sure that all the pages are lined up. Trying to get some stuff out of the way. And then I'm going to put some giant paper clips on here to hold it together, just so it doesn't shift on me. I'll put some on the other side as well here. This is a very chunky journal. Alright, so I've got a little template here that's made to fit a 6-inch journal. It's got 3 holes, so I can do a pamphlet stitch. And what I'll do is I hold it up as a V, and I've got the Tim Holtz craft pick, and I'm going to punch 3 holes. 1, 2, and 3. You want to do it as a V so that your pages nest together all the way. If you don't, then your pages won't nest, and you'll have a wonky journal. I'm just going to go back through those holes again and make sure that they're got a good all the way through. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is take some wax linen thread, and I'm going to cut 3 lengths of whatever the journal is. So whatever the height is, I'm going to take 1, 2, and 3. I'll cut this off. And then I have a bookbinder's needle, and I have these in my shop now. So if you don't have one, check it out. And it's a heavy needle. So I'm going to put a little through, have a little tail here. We're going to start in the center, and again we're doing a pamphlet stitch. So I'm going to start in the center. We're going to come to the outside, go up to the top hole, push through to the inside, and pull this up. I'm going to grab this tail and hold it with my thumb. And I pull it to the top because I'm going to go back through that hole. And if you hold this up to the top and then go back down, you won't split your threads when you're sewing it together. So then we're going to go to the outside again. And then we're going to go to the bottom hole. Back to the inside. And then what I'll do is slip my needle under this top thread, and then I'm going to pull these tight together. So I'm going to pull them up, make sure they're tight on the inside and on the outside, okay? And then I'm going to tie this into what is called a square knot. So you tie it once, and then you tie it again. And then I'll trim this off. And you can leave this if you want. You may want to punch some little shapes and put on the ends. I'm going to leave it for the next person. I'm going to remove the paper clips. A couple of my things fell out, so I'm going to put those back. So I have a little length of this trim left over, so I'm going to place it around the journal, but I'm not going to attach it. I'm just going to take this and kind of tie it into a little knot. Okay, so that would be how this would stay shut, and it's a rather chunky journal, like I said. So let me open this up. Right off the bat, we've got the Calico Collage image on the front, and it has a pocket with a journaling card. I love the way the mixed media looks with this. It just sets it off. Now, the one thing that I haven't done, and I may do that when I may go ahead and do it right now. I'm going to go through here and add some chalk to the edges. So I have some pastels, and there's a kind of a dark color one here, so I'm going to grab that if I can get it out of the container. And what I'm going to do is just kind of go around the edge and I'll smear that with my fingers, and that'll just kind of give it a little more of a distressed look on the edges. So I'm going to do that to all the pages, then I'll be back. Okay, so let's go and start this flip through again. I've added some chalk around the edges of it. Again, it was just this pastel chalk. It isn't permanent, but I like that grungy look of it. So I showed you what the front looks like. This flips up so that you can put a photo here or something like that, or add another journaling card, and you can write on this journaling card. Then there's a little journaling card here and a Calico Collage journal page. Again, these are from the Hallowed Gothic and the All Hallows Eve are some of the images. And then I've also used some of her coffin shapes. Made a little journal here. I've got a tutorial that shows you how I made that. Most of these I have tutorials from, and then some of it is just a matter of you've seen it, you'll know how to put it together. There's a little journaling card, book, I guess you could add more pages to it. The additional words I didn't use are going in there. This I've made so it flips out, and I grabbed another journaling card off my desk and made this into a journaling card here. Use that sticker box. Over here we've got another journaling card under a paper clip, and then here's some little stickers that were in that tiny sticker box. Another little journaling card. On the tabs here, I added some of the Calico Collage domino shaped images kind of hanging off. I just thought that gave it a little extra. Then we've got an altered paper clip here that has a journaling card in it, and it is holding another journaling card. And there's a journaling card here, and then this is just a die cut shape that I put on here, and it can be used as a tuck spot. Here is a calendar for the month, so you can write in the day, the year, and all the numbers if you so choose, or just write on it however you want, and it flips up. It can be removed because it's on washi tape. And then here is a little journaling spot using a little notepad attached with washi tape. Here's another little tuck spot down here at the bottom with a journaling card. I love the way the background looks. It makes me happy that I can still see it when I'm flipping through this. Another one of these journaling cards I made. And there's room to add other things in the pockets here. So here we've got lots of little things. This is a little pocket down here at the bottom. And here's a journaling card. Here's another journaling card. This is another journaling card. And then these are little tags. They're black, but they can also have something tucked in the top of them. You could glue another piece of paper on there and have some more journaling space. Here's some tiny little tags that I just stuck under a paper clip. Over here we've got another journaling card. And this can be a tuck spot up at the top as well. Journaling card, Calico Collage journal page, so you can pull it out and write. Another one of the images here. Got another one of those coffin shapes, and this is an altered envelope, so it opens up so you can write inside of it. And there's also a journal card here, as well as a little tag. And I have a tutorial on how this is made. And this just on with a paper clip that has a little bit of ribbon on the top of it. Here's another little journaling card in a tuck spot. Another journaling card. I love the stamps in the background. Another altered envelope with a journaling card that opens, this opens up all the way. Another journaling card here. And this flips up. Another journaling card here. Another one of the images on the trim. This is another altered paper clip, and it's holding a piece of the scrapbook paper that I folded up. I love this one because he's got wiggly eyes. I don't know if I can make it. You can hear them. They're kind of fun. A little journaling card there. Here is the napkin I didn't use, so the next person that gets this can use that. And on the back we have another journaling card, and we have the little leftover bits that I didn't use inside here. And there's some more leftover bits. Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe I took them out. They're in here. That's what it was. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in here. I'm going to fold this over. Kind of gives it a little more finished look. And then there's a little tuck spot right here with a little bitty tag. I hope you enjoyed seeing this, kind of getting through the whole process. Maybe it's gotten you into the Halloween frame of mind. If so, please definitely give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Comment below any comments that you have. And of course, make sure you check out my shop for this finished journal and the journal kits that I have that go with it, with all the photos. Definitely check out my blog post so you can see some close-up photos and whatnot. Alright everybody, thanks so much for watching. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit that notification button at the top, that bell, so that you get a notification the next time I have a video up. And thanks so much for watching. I greatly appreciate every like and share and comment that you give to me. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Bye.